Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Gonna be a little bit of a different video for y'all. I'm not washing, obviously. I got my dog Mia in the back. But we're actually gonna have a nice little day on the water. I scheduled a little off day for me today. Today's Wednesday. I'm gonna be washing Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and most likely Sunday. And then Monday, Tuesday. I mean, yeah guys, I knew my schedule was booked for the next 8-9 days, so I wanted to get a nice off day. I'm gonna be taking my kayak out, and I'm gonna have some fun, and probably have an opportunity to, or I'll use this as an opportunity to address a lot of the questions, common questions and concerns I get on my YouTube channel. A lot of the comments, a lot of good questions people ask about equipment, how to do certain things. I'll address some of the critiques I've been getting, and yeah, just kind of point out a couple things and have a little bit of a kayak talk, water talk, whatever y'all want to call this. Maybe I'll do this once or twice a month where I get on the water and I just kind of have a little conversation, address some comments, get into some good talk, maybe a little bit of motivation. We'll see what I get into. Who knows where my mind goes when I'm out there on the water, guys. It's my trinity. It is like my peace. Everyone's got theirs, whether it's sitting in the sauna, working out, sitting on the couch with a beer. Mine is on the water. I was born to be in the water, guys. So I'm gonna go load up the kayak. We'll load that big heavy thing up. We're gonna get my dog out there. I'm gonna bring my fishing pole, see if we can catch a few bass. Most likely, probably not. It's the middle of the day, but we're gonna go have fun, guys. I'll see y'all in the water, and we'll get to it. All right, there she is, right here. Gonna put on my little tailgate extension, load her up, and let's get on back there. Look at the mess we got back here. All kinds of dead hoses and shit. I gotta clean all this out. Let's load up. All right, guys, here we go. This is my setup. Nice little wooden platforms I built through and through. 2 big bolts. It's a Newport Vessel 55-pound thrust trolling motor. I built some linkage for it. That way I'm not having to turn around the whole time and steer this. I can just simply pull and push and pull. I got my marine battery. This kayak is built for 2 seats, but I took the second seat out, which I can easily put back in, but in case I have a second person, but normally I take it out because I have the dog with me. Let's trying to figure out which way I'm gonna go here. Probably go towards downtown, and we'll set you guys up and let's get to talking. Absolute stunting all over them haters with those hater frames, aren't you, Mia? Beautiful downtown Austin. If you guys are out pressure washing, this is something you guys need to keep in your coolers, this electrolyte, okay? This stuff right here, it's not just about, a lot of people drink these for hangover cures, but if you're out in the water, or out in the field, this stuff right here is an absolute booster. It will get you going. Nice replenishment of electrolytes. It's got a little bit of calories in there, a little bit of carbs, which everyone needs to kind of get themselves feeling right. Magnesium, potassium, calcium, all the stuff you need to go out there and continue on with your day. So this right here is definitely a must-have if you're pressure washing. All right, guys, we are on the water, repping that United Exterior Cleaning. Got Mia with me. So I told you guys I would break down the 2 critiques, or let's go 1 critique and then one or 2 of the most commonly asked questions I get on my channel. While it's fresh on my mind because I get more critiques than positive questions, it seems like, let me address one thing I get a lot, mainly on a lot of my shorts, okay? My shorts where I kind of go into a day, my pressure washing business, what does it look like? The one downfall about shorts is I only get about 45 to 60 seconds of actual time to break down what I'm talking about. And so I leave a lot out on the table that I can't really say because I only have 45 to 60 seconds to really kind of dig into what I'm doing. I don't talk about the expenses. I don't talk about the risks. I don't talk about any of that. I talk about this is what I'm doing. This is how I'm doing it. This is how much I made. That's kind of the downfall of, because there's a lot of things that I don't talk about that, people, they just don't assume that I've done it or I'm doing it because I didn't say it or film it in my video. Anyway, one of the things that people keep telling me on my videos or on my shorts is, $500, $400, $1,000, I would never pay that. That seems like a ripoff. Like, oh, $500, I might as well I'd rather just do it all myself and save myself hundreds of dollars and do it myself. So, and like, $500, you're not even an attorney. We didn't even go to school. Why should you ask that much? And it's almost sad to read that because it just goes to show you how many people on this planet still have that kind of mindset of, I need to go, and depending on how many hours I work is the amount of time, however much time I've spent there determines exactly how much I make. That's essentially what a lot of these people on this planet, like over 70% of the people on this planet that live paycheck to paycheck, that's how they think. If you're only there 15 minutes, why should you charge $500? If you're only there an hour, why are you charging that? You're not even an attorney. So that's the first thing. It's just like, if you're gonna get to the next level in life, anyone that's gotten to the next level that is, big business people, they have disposable income to do whatever they want for, they take their family on vacation, they can go to a restaurant and not order based off the price. People that have gotten to that level have gotten over and have totally switched their mindset from the concept of time for money, and they've gotten past that. When you're talking about business, guys, there's so many factors you have to consider, and one of which is the risk that the business owner takes on from opening up a business. Doesn't matter what it is, that business owner carries all the liability. So yeah, if I'm gonna go to a house, I'm gonna charge enough money where the money that I receive is gonna overtake the risk a little bit. Because let's say I damage the house and I strip the paint off the house or fall off the roof, I crack a shingle, the gutters fall off the roof. You don't understand how much money that's going to cost to replace that. So I guess that's one thing that a lot of these people that are commenting on my videos don't understand. I understand a lot of my subscribers that are business owners that understand, that are actually smart. They understand this, so I'm probably preaching to the choir. But I just thought I'd share a little bit of my mindset on that a little bit. You have got to be compensated for your services. This is not $50 an hour. There's so many different factors that come into place. What are you cleaning? How big of a risk you're taking on that job? Are you going to get on the roof? Could you slip off the roof? Is it an older home? Older homes, they got, the siding isn't as intact. You got to be a little bit more careful. Is the paint? What are you cleaning? What are you doing? Is it vinyl? Vinyl's a lot easier than cleaning roofs. Getting on the roofs. Employees. There's risk factor you have to consider. Insurance companies, they don't care that you're only there for 15 minutes. They're still going to charge you, $200-300 a month. Commercial auto insurance, they don't care that you're only working 15 minutes in that day. They're still charging you $300-400 a month for commercial auto. So these are all things that people don't think about when they're not business owners, and they're still, in that clock in, clock out mindset that, oh, there's no way I can go out there and make a bunch of money because, they just, I don't understand I don't know how I could break it down more simpler than that. It's a business. And first off, businesses are in it for profit. Why would you start a business and break even? That makes absolutely no sense. And then second thing is, taxes, dude. If I charge $500, the first thing that's going to happen is 15-20% is going to go into a separate tax account. Okay. Then I got to get all my expenses covered, right? I got to pay my helper. Okay. And then I'm probably left with 30 to 40% of that. So we're talking $150-250. So that's the side of things that a lot of these people don't see when they're talking about, when they're commenting on my videos, is so they don't see that. So hopefully if you are been tuning into my shorts and you're commenting some of this stuff and you're watching this video, hopefully I can change your perspective on that aspect of things. And then two, the people that I work for, the clients that I work for, you guys see all these prestigious houses I'm doing. I mean, these are 800,000, 1.2, 1.5, 2, 4, 6, $8 million homes that I'm cleaning and doing work for. And a lot of the comments are like, oh, why would they pay $500? I'm just gonna go there and do it myself. You don't understand, guys. All these people that I'm working for that have made it to that level, they understand the concept of time and how time is so much more valuable than money, okay? You can go out there and get as much money as you want. You cannot and will not get your time back. You don't even know if you're gonna wake up tomorrow, okay? So that's how a lot of these people think. And they're running they're big businesses, they're big time investors, okay? It's gonna cost, they make $500 overnight, okay? Or in an hour, just sitting there, okay? So yeah, you know, there's people that would think that, oh, I'm just gonna save myself hundreds. Well, here's what you don't understand when you have the mindset of, I'm gonna save myself hundreds, is you have to go and learn what you're doing. Okay, let's say I know nothing about pressure washing and I want to get my house washed and I'm gonna try to do it myself. Well, first thing I'm gonna do is go on YouTube. I'm gonna come across a bunch of videos. I'm gonna figure out the exact way how to do it and not make sure I'm not damaging my own property. And then once I, research an hour or two how to clean a certain stuff depending on what my house is made of, I gotta go get the, excuse me, my dog, there we go. I gotta go get the equipment. I don't know how much the equipment's gonna cost. Let's say I don't have the equipment, I have to go purchase the equipment or go rent the equipment. That's gonna be several $100s, right? Then I gotta spend most likely all day trying to wash my driveway and my house. Okay, I've seen people take all day, homeowners take all day to power wash their little 2-person driveway, okay? People that are smart understand the concept of how much of a pain in the ass that is, and they would much rather pay someone like me $300, $400, $500, depending on the size of the house, $1,000, $1,500. I mean, we're talking, it depends on the size of the house, guys. They would much rather pay that to get that off their plate so they can spend their time much more wisely, which would be, working on their business, working on themselves, working on their health. I mean, people that have gotten to that level value all those 3 things than saving a couple $100 on getting their house washed, guys. They're smarter than that. The people that are, that's just the way they think, guys. And even me too. It's just like when I'm talking about when I need equipment work done, or I need things on my truck done, I need this. I'm not taking all day to learn and do it myself. I'm gonna go pay to have that work done. I'm trying to run actually 2 businesses here, guys. YouTube is now becoming a business. I got my pressure washing, and now I'm also a real estate agent. So I'm doing so many things. I don't have the I literally can't afford to spend all day to save myself $300 and do it myself. And that's not trying to be cocky or trying to impress you or anything. It's just, you just have to value your time. I mean, time is so damn precious on this earth. I've had several friends pass away way too young, and it's just made me have a little bit of different perspective on, valuing your time. And a lot of these people that have gotten to really good places on this planet value their time. So if you're watching this video and maybe you share some of those, thoughts that, you'd rather save yourself the money, or, you think that's a ripoff, you got to understand people that have gotten good places on this planet, to the point where they don't have to worry financially. They can take their family on vacation. They don't order food at a restaurant based off the price. These are people that have thought that way for a long time. So they, they're not going to be the person that goes out there and pretty much works on their house all day. They're going to pay someone to do it. And that's just mostly the clients I work for, when I first started, I was doing, cheap clients, oh, can you just take off $50 or can you add this in? You gotta start somewhere, guys. But as you evolve your business, you kind of pick your ideal clientele, who to work for, who your ideal clients are, and you just go and do a fantastic job. And I assure you, my clients don't think me charging $500 to clean their house of all the algae and mold on the exterior, wash it down, pre-treat it, post-treat it, and carry all the liability I have to carry on, because they know a thing or two about that. I assure you, they don't see that as a ripoff, okay? I think they're actually getting the better deal, if you're asking me, because I have to sit out there all day in 102 freaking degrees and get scorched all day, get bleached in my face, okay, and worry about if something can go wrong or not. So I assure you, my clients are getting the better deal. All right, so now I'm going to talk about another question I get, which is, how I'm basically getting my jobs,
an online presence. And people talk about Griggs. Griggs, if you guys don't know, or if you guys are in my Facebook group, the Pressure Washing Business Owners Facebook group, link down in the description. There's over 21,000 people in that group. Griggs is my main online presence guy. He created my website. He's the reason why I'm pretty much ranking where I am, or he's a third of the reason, which I'll get to in a second. He's a third of the reason why I'm ranking where I am. And I've gone through a lot of website guys, okay? One thing about online presence that's very important is to stay consistent in your postings. There's 3 things I like to call when I'm talking to people on the phone. Because it's the most common question. Everyone wants to fill up their pipeline. Everyone wants to, be working every day, okay? And it's taken me a long time to get there. But one thing I've realized and I've learned, through talking to several different website developers, several different SEO guys, being on a lot of calls is, if you want to call it let's call it the top 3 map pack pie of what it takes to get on the top 3 on the map pack, there's 3 factors, okay? One is making sure your website and your SEO, all the words on your page, your backlinks are all dialed in, okay? That's a third of the pie. If your website isn't built right, it doesn't have the keywords on there, it doesn't have those citations, the backlinks, and the projects on there, Google is not going to recognize that as a reputable company, okay? They're going to prioritize a lot of other different domains and websites that are built better, okay? 2, the second part of that pie is the consistency of the postings from the business owner, okay? You guys, I don't know if you guys know, but you can post on Google much like you post on Facebook. You can go right into Google Posts and actually post stuff that you guys are doing. Hey, 15% off on this month. Hey, did you guys know that green algae and mold are organic growths that can actually grow into lichen? They can go on your roofs. It can cause all kinds of issues. You can post these different posts on your Google, okay? And Google sees that as, oh, this is a business that's actually having some activity. We should look into it and see how relevant it is and push it up the ranks. So it's almost like, if you're not doing any postings, they're just not going to see you as someone that's in business, or that is very reputable enough where they're posting often. And that same goes with photos. Are you posting your before and after photos on your Google My Business? If you're not posting your Google My Business before and after photos, that's something you got to do. So I would say getting your photos, your before and after photos, your posts, doing your Google post every other day is something you guys need to be doing. And then what you guys got to do is the third part of that pie is your reviews. You really have to find a way to have all your customers, all your clients leave you reviews on your Google My Business. Reviews are so important, not just to Google, but let's say you're a client, if you got 15 reviews on your Google My Business, versus the guy that's got 20, 30, 40, 50, you're going to stand out, not just to Google, but to the client. If I'm looking for someone to come in, a mobile car mechanic, I'm going to pick the guy that's got probably the most reputable. Honestly, I might read his reviews a little bit, but I mean, the fact of the matter is the person who's got a lot of reviews is most of the time is the person to get most of the jobs, okay? And so that's the third part of the pie. Reviews, then it's photos, postings, and then having your website dialed in and attached to your Google My Business. So all of that's going to contribute to how you rank on your online, okay? So over the course of 3 years, my domain being almost 3.5 years old, that's what's gotten me to how I'm ranking right now. So if you're just starting and you're trying to solve how do I get on the first page of Google, like ranking number 1, unless you're in a very, very small town, it's gonna be very, very difficult, and it's gonna come with time, okay? So what I tell people is like, hey, look, you're not gonna get there just yet. You need to put in the time and the work and the jobs, and you get your reviews up, your postings up, your photos up, picking a good website guy. If you want, you guys want to look into my website guy, Griggs, he's gonna be the first link in the description, or I'm sorry, the third link. Shoot him a text, let him know I sent you. But it's gonna take some time. So what do you have to do? You have to do the other things. All these website guys, the guys I talk about, they say, person that's in the people that are in the top 3 on the map pack on Google get 70% of all the leads that come through online. Okay, so if you're not there yet, you have to work for the 30%. So what do the 30% of the leads come from? Well, it's gonna come from Facebook ads, Google ads, yard signs, word of mouth, neighbors talking to each other, maybe real estate agents, which is what I really push. Okay, you got to do the hustle work, you know, going in and getting that boots on ground marketing going. You have to hustle for that. Once you build up, once you do a lot of that and you get your reviews, your postings, and your photos up, then you pick a good website guy, then you're gonna start to ascend the ranks on Google. Google's gonna notice how more reputable you are, how much you're out there, and how old your domain is. Then you're gonna start to push up the ranks. That's how it works. There's no magic bullet. There's no choose this one guy and he's gonna solve all your issues. Okay, you have to get your website right, and you have to have enough time in the game, and then you have to be consistent in what you're doing. And it's gonna be a lot of hustle when you guys are first starting, you know what I mean? I mean, man, going back to 2020, in the mid-pandemic, pre-pandemic, I was a freaking, like a chicken running around with his head cut off, guys. I was starving, okay? And that's just it. You're gonna have to embrace it, because this whole business thing is not for everyone. And like my mom always used to say, if it was easy, every asshole would be doing it, okay? It is not the easiest thing. It's gonna take time, but you guys just gotta embrace the process. Wake up every morning and say like, you know what? I'm a freaking business owner. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna do whatever I can to grow my business. Like, that's the mindset you have to have. If you really and truly wanna do this thing, okay? Because, you know, this pressure washing thing, it ain't like, you know, sometimes I speed up the videos, I add music behind it, I got a little voiceover, and it looks all fine and easy, and I'm making money. But guys, there's so much, you know, that you guys don't see, that a lot goes into it, you know. Had to put the camera down because we actually just got some sunny rain. All that rain, or all that clouds over there, just started pouring a little bit of rain on me, so I had to put the camera up for a little bit. But honestly, for the video, I just wanted to do one little critique point and one common question that I get asked on my channel. As far as, so we got the, you know, the mindset of why charging $500 or whatever the amount is not a ripoff, and why a lot of my clients like doing it. And we got the whole internet, how to rank well on the internet, get your rankings up there. As much as I can, I'm gonna see if I can come back out and do a lot more of these videos by myself. Time for me to just unload on things that I've been thinking about. So hopefully I can do a little bit more of these videos. But I think we're probably at the 15-16 minute mark. I'm sure I don't want to take too much more of y'all's time. But if y'all enjoyed the video, if you guys share similar mindsets, or if you want to critique anything that I've said, please drop it down in the comment section. That way I can address it, and maybe you guys might be able to teach me a thing or two. Maybe you guys can chip in on what you guys think on some of these issues, some of these things I've spoken about. So that being said, I really appreciate you guys tuning back in the channel. 9,500 subs, almost 10,000. So let's get it. My birthday is next week. Let's see if we can get 10,000 subscribers before my birthday. If you guys go look at my goals for 2022, which is a video I posted like first or second day of January, my goal for the year was 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I got there in 5 months. So absolutely insane. I really appreciate all y'all. Hopefully we can just keep on putting out good content, keep on inspiring people to, you know, grow their business, start their business, you know, and follow along, man. I'm not telling you guys how to do anything, you know. I just kind of film how my day-to-day, how I'm doing stuff, how I'm getting it, and it seems to, you know, I seem to believe that a lot of you guys are getting a lot of value from it. So that's super rewarding on my part. But Mia, say bye to the camera. She's all astronauted out, but we're gonna piece it out. We're fixing to go unload, and we got a big day of washing tomorrow. We will be filming. I think we got about 4 house washes tomorrow, so we're gonna go make some money tomorrow. So we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.